It's finally the moment that you, the little people, have been waiting for with bated breath. At long last, you will get the taste of a lifestyle you can only dream of. But what if I told you I could make you an offer to bring your greatest fantasies to life?
Yeah, I have no idea what that was about. I was trying to play this.
It's finally the moment that you,
It didn't work. So I got an error that I've never seen. So shout out StreamYard for getting us off to a great start with the show. This is the Black Eye Club in the Curse trailer. Now it wants to play.
It's finally the moment that you, the little people, have been waiting for with bated breath. At long last, you will get the taste of a lifestyle you can only dream of. But what if I told you I could make you an offer to bring your greatest fantasies to life?
I have climbed to such great heights, despite being plagued throughout my life by this curse. I've heard the ludicrous lies told about me and maintain my innocence. Me? A witch? Hardly. I'm a princess. Sometimes bad things just happen. I can't help it.
Whatever you think you know about me.
Whatever you think you've heard. Get ready to cheer for the bad girl.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome on in. Welcome on in for another episode of Ribbon the Silverback, episode 94. We are creeping on up, nearing the 100 episode mark, milestone, if you will. I'm excited about that. Maybe we do something special. We will see. Lots happening right now. Obviously, it's been a day or so since we've launched both the Cursed and the Black Eye Club for the first time. Jen and Sylvia Saska are writing their separate books. It's got a little bit of competition underway. Shout out to both of them, both almost close. Well, I think the next big milestone is 2,000 books already sold for both of those, which is crazy a piece. Obviously, they both hit over 50 grand in total sales. Thanks to everybody that bought in early. Remember, with these books or with these collections for the first 24 hours, you can take advantage of 25% off. So thank you so much. You can go get it still. We also have, of course, Steve McFarlane Toys action figure, which you should grab as well. Why not? Those will be shipping soon enough. This week, actually starting today, all sorts of stuff is shipping. We have Horseman as well as the Cursed, the Curse, excuse me. Norfolk Glorious Devil. Get my books mixed up because we got so much shit dropping. So get my books mixed up. But yes, both of those books are going to be shipping, man. It's going to be crazy. So keep it locked on our reverse channels there. Yeah, we'll be talking about that soon enough there. But it's Ribbon and Silverback, and I'm joined by my co-host, Silverback himself, man. What's up, ass?
I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, I've already got I want it all.
Let's
on
go.
the Cursed and Black Eye Club because I don't want no shit from either.
Yeah, I feel you. You gotta play it down the middle, play it safe. I respect it.
God, it's ridiculous how close it is between them. There's literally like 100 books difference. That's
it. No, it's right there. It's right there.
And they're both like over 1,500 books each. Absolutely crazy. So they've both got off to a phenomenal start. They both looking exceedingly interesting. So I cannot wait to get my grubby mitts on those. Which Saska will prevail?
We shall see. So thank you all again. They are separate collections. This is a competition that we got going on. So they're not coupled together. So you got to go grab both of them on their separate collections. You got the Black Eye Club Part 1 as well as the Cursed Part 1. We got some goodies. Both have a shirt and a poster that's associated with them. And of course, they have CGC Signature Series. So go grab those if you have not already, for sure. Today, though, I got a bunch of stuff that we're going to be talking about. We got some game stuff we're going to discuss. I got some Disney stuff I want to discuss as well. But I really want to open with this because I saw that Ash just had done a video on. I love for him to kind of break down some of what's going on with this Tilly Norwood shit Because I'm be completely honest with you, it's a little over my head with what's going on in that with Hollywood and what their take kind of is on AI. We have a lot of AI driven kind of stuff that's happening. Maybe we will see. I don't know if Nvidia has already had their earnings call. I know a lot of people are waiting on that today, which is going to happen because there's a lot of speculation that there's a big AI bubble about to burst as well. That's more so on the financial side, not necessarily with the capabilities of AI, but more has there been an overinvestment? OpenAI, which is one of the leaders in AI, oddly enough, is about to where essentially is committing to $1.4 trillion in spending. However, and we seem to talk about this every show and how these corporations are able to do this. They only made $13 billion. So 13 billion is a lot less than 1.4 trillion.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
So I'm not quite sure where they're going to come up with the rest of that money, but finding this to be profitable is going to be interesting. But nonetheless, if you want to break down just kind of briefly what's going on, I'll share my screen here in a bit with the Hollywood Reporter and some of what their recent reports about this Tilly Norwood shit. But like I said, you had literally just done a video on this that I was checking out, and I wanted to give you kind of an opportunity to kind of talk about some of the stuff that you discussed and what's happening with AI.
Yeah, well, look, we know, we speculated when AI started to come around, we speculated that it's going to be used to potentially take all kinds of things away. Movies could be completely radicalized in as much as characters could be AI characters. You yourself could be the hero of the story. And then generative AI would create the movie for you, or potentially the video game for you, with prompts and certain topics or whatever subjects that you wanted to deal with. Tilly Norwood is an AI female figure that's been created as an actress by allegedly a comedian. I say allegedly because nothing I saw in a sizzle reel made me laugh in any capacity. Even though it's catered towards British people, in as much as, there was lots of kind of like British references, BBC, Heartbeat, stuff like that. And apparently there is interest in agencies on taking this AI created character called Tilly Norwood. Now, is there anything particularly special about Tilly Norwood? Well, no, she's just your bog standard kind of AI character. She looks pretty enough, is ambiguous mid-20s. And they created this fake Instagram profile for her where she's having a coffee or driving a car, or here's me in a fantasy film setting. And it's just so fucking dystopian, because clearly what they're doing is they are trying to shop this as an almost like an AI influencer. She can act. She can go on talk shows. We can clip things immediately with the AI. Therefore, we can process them straight away onto your TikToks and your Instagrams and monetize them, of course, but it all depends on getting a huge following behind them. So apparently there's these agencies that are interested in taking on this AI character of Tilly Norwood. And the adult pretenders in Hollywood, as you may imagine, not too happy about this situation. Whereas the company's claiming that she's not there to take jobs, she's there to take acting roles. So yes, she's there to take jobs.
Somebody's job's going to get taken, obviously. It's implied.
And this is an AI algorithmically produced character. So does it actually have any acting talent? No, it's drawing upon the acting talents of many different influences, etc., to create whatever's coming out there. So again, so it's this massive kind of dystopian ideal that's going around, not only in as much as that humans can be replaced and social interaction replaced by parasocial interaction, which we could argue is already happening with social media.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, there is legitimate interest in agencies to attempt this.
Right.
Now, you take on let's just say, for argument's sake, this AI, Tilly Norwood or an AI actor landed a role in a film. How the fuck's that work? Number one, they're not corporeal. So you're up against like a green screen-esque type of working environment. Has been done plenty of times before. It's done so much now in terms of the Marvel movies. There are scenes with multiple characters together. They're not even fucking there. You know, where in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, when Scarlet Witch comes up against the retarded Avengers, they weren't even in the same room as each other, and there was a fight scene going on between all of them. None of them were in the same room as each other, so that's not exactly something different. But an AI actor, they don't need to eat, they don't need to sleep. They most likely don't need to retake. They can promote 24/7. There's such a weird thing that it could potentially alter the industry radically when you have this non-sentient program that can do a million times more things than an physical actor could. Never mind the cost cutting that it would do flying out red carpets, interview processes, yada, yada, yada. As well as they're not going to fuck your film up for you. They're not going to go on the red carpet and go, down with the political candidate that you like. You know, down with stuff that you like that I personally don't. So there's so many different areas that Hollywood have got to be careful about themselves, because we've seen the fatigue, the Pedro Pascal fatigue. We've seen Jennifer Lawrence recently coming to this realization that she's a twat. Rachel Zegler blown her career essentially because of how absolutely repugnant she is as a human being. She hasn't changed. She just wants to try a comeback. That's all. Oh, I've gone away for a bit. Can I come back now? No, it's not gonna. You're not gonna find that's working out for you. But they are clearly, by the fact that there are agencies interested. There's clearly an idea going around right now that this could be the future or lead to the future.
Yeah, it's a similar conversation that's happening across the board with AI right now. I mean, I hope that Hollywood didn't think of themselves to be exempt from it, as some of the more like white collar jobs and various industries are kind of seeing a similar thing, where it's like, at what point does this introduction, and if you are a owner or you control the finances and control of the hiring, the firing, do you look at this as okay, well, this will help our bottom line kind of situation? I think that some people may have assumed that Hollywood was going to be exempt from it, and no, that was never the case. That said, it is very interesting. I wonder how it will land, if it will at all, because I mean, you kind of alluded to it there, and that they kind of have to play it careful. There are some limitations there, at least on the AI's side. Hollywood didn't do themselves any favors with how they have conducted themselves, like you were talking about. So it makes it a lot easier for people to move on from them, for sure. That said, like there are some limitations, but my take on it is this: I think what you're seeing is the same thing that you're seeing across the other industries, where there's a lot of interest and investment. What that amounts to and how that materializes is still up for dispute. I think that verdict is still out for a lot of this, but you see that there's a whole lot of investment right now in AI. So what's happening is various companies that are having these like AI departments. They are having, like, you have the director of AI that's doing all this, and they put in billions to where it seems though, and this is where the bubble kind of discussion starts to happen, because not all of these companies are going to make it on the other side. That didn't happen with the .com internet stuff.
Yeah,
Like
the dot-com bubble
yeah,
burst.
yeah, it burst eventually, and a lot of people like, yeah, did the internet change life as we knew it? Absolutely, but it wasn't what people thought that it was going to be, and there was a lot of folks that just did not make it on the other side. So what ends up happening, and why that bubble happens, for you guys that don't know, especially with these banks and their involvement, is because people don't want to be left out. You see a lot of overinvestment, right? Inevitable overinvestment. Some of those guys are going to make it on the other side, others won't. But that's what I think the agency kind of thing is happening here, where, okay, if this is going to be the future, not to say that it is, but if it is going to be the future, folks want to be able to say that they didn't like slack on it and they didn't sleep on it. They were at least somewhat engaged in it and somewhat involved in it. So I think that's what you're seeing and why you're seeing a lot of stuff entertained here. Now, again, that's not to me saying that there's going to be a bunch of Tilly Norwoods running around or AI actors and actresses. Customers will determine that. I think Hollywood has its own set of problems. You can remove the AI bit from it in its entirety and it still has problems. We talked about it last week. They're in trouble. Actually, one of the subject matters that we're going to be discussing today kind of leads into that there's an industry-wide problem that I don't know if there is even a solution to it, just because of how people consume media. But the AI actor or actress thing, I think you're going to see people be somewhat interested in this, intrigued by it, that are already within the industry, because they don't want to be left out. And that's what you're seeing a lot of the tech side with various other industries, where it's just a bunch of people investing. I forget what the numbers are, but like with these it's from venture capitalists to banks, like significant percentage of the newer investments over the last year have been into AI companies that basically have AI in front of it. Sometimes you don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, first of all, what does AI mean to these people? A lot of it's just a bunch of hogwash and horse shit. It was like that with the initial crypto boom, where, people just putting crypto in front of it. It didn't really mean shit. Like they weren't really even doing a damn thing, or they say Web3, or they say something like that, and like people are just throwing money at it. But again, does it ever materialize? That verdict is still to be determined. But Hollywood does have to play this very, very carefully, because if they've learned anything from the past decade, their arrogance got the best of them on multiple occasions. They have not been able to beat the fans out on that. They've attempted to, believing that they can dictate where the audiences must go, what they must digest, what they must consume, what they must enjoy, what they must like. And it's got them in a lot of trouble. So if they are going to, and this maybe is going to just be a blip in their industry, but they have other problems, but this doesn't come something that is just so widespread that it just completely upends their industry. They can't approach that shit with arrogance. You know what I mean? They can't do that. If they do, that will incentivize customers to maybe get behind some of these efforts. But I'm not sold on a Tilly Norwood from what I've seen at the service level. But Hollywood's got to be careful.
No, I agree. I don't think Tilly Norwood is the first salvo.
Right.
It's not what's going to be the breakthrough.
Right.
But everywhere starts somewhere, and there has to be that failure, because you never know what might hit. The trailer for what's it called? The Moa or Maua or whatever it was.
Maua, the Disney trailer.
The Disney trailer.
Moana or whatever.
That was 98% bloody CGI.
Mm-hmm.
That's a live action film, Eric.
There
was nothing live action about
nothing live or action about it.
So why? You got a couple of actors in there, but they're the sort of problem really for that, because you have a live action movie that is predominantly CGI. Those live actors are surplus to requirements, really. You could get rid of them and replace them with AI. And it would be most likely much cheaper to do so.
It would be undoubtedly cheaper.
Exactly. So that's where I see sort of the problematic element coming in.
That's a good point.
When they realize that these so-called live action movies are actually so reliant on the CGI, so reliant on the other systems that the human element doesn't even need to exist in the live action. The irony behind that is insane.
Yeah.
But we've seen it with The Lion King, and we've seen it with other things. There's nothing live action about these films whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that in itself could be the gateway. Things like that could potentially be the gateway.
I think that part of it is inevitable, and I'm not saying that to look bleak. I look at it as the most obvious way. I mean, we saw what Coca-Cola. I just saw the ad. Funny, hilarious enough. My wife was downstairs watching something, and I saw that Coca-Cola ad, that completely AI generated Coca-Cola ad, where the whole goddamn thing is AI generated. I think, and they're unapologetic about it. They said we don't give a shit. We did it last year. We're going to do it again. So I do think that with that type of stuff, you're going to see, if there is going to be a boom among the like film and television sort of industries, is going to be there. It's going to be with the more digital sort of content, animation, CG, where they're going to be using that. And like to your point, they're going to be able to save a lot of money in doing so. And that means that, a lot of these 3D animators and so forth, are you going to be out of a job? Yes. The answer is yes. Like if they are going to adopt it, and it's going to be widespread, because I look at it from their perspective. How long can they sustain these losses? Hollywood. I'm just talking about Hollywood, right?
Well, it's not infinite,
Exactly.
So what the finite element is, but we've been joking for a couple of years now about the Detatron 5,000 or 9,000, whatever, which was Warner. Now look at Warner a couple of years later, mate. Warner,
that's crazy.
It's on the verge of being sold.
Yep.
Right?
You're right. Yeah.
So there comes a finite position.
Yep. It's not infinite. They can't just do that like forever.
Detatron all your life. No.
Yeah.
There's a bigger kaiju which is going to come along and slay you. You know?
Exactly. So that's where I'm like, okay, well, a lot of these movies, they spend a lot of money on the CG, right? A lot of their budget, at least, is dedicated. I mean, whether you think it's good or not, I'm not even speaking to that. I'm just saying that as far as their earnings are concerned, from what the numbers that we pick up, I'm pretty sure there's some funny money in there somewhere, but there is a significant amount of it at least being dedicated to some of the CG and what have you. If you don't think these studios are looking at them like, shit, is there a way that we can save a crazy amount of money, and thus maybe make profitable movies? It's kind of, they're in this conundrum. It's this situation where it's like, damn, they haven't been profitable. Will that in itself kind of have them take that big leap where they go all in? I think right now, Hollywood, everybody's waiting to see who's going to be the first one with the major studios. I think that's what's happening right now, where everybody's looking at like, okay, you gonna do it? Nobody wants to be that guy because there's gonna be a lot of conversation with the guys that, like, movie guys that commit to it. There's going to be, whoever does it first is going to have to take the brunt of a lot of, you're going to hear it from the industry itself, like the people within the actors, actresses, directors, and so forth, that are part of the industry. They're going to have their arguments. You're going to get these, obviously you got fans are going to have their perspectives and opinions on it. But I think everybody's looking at, okay, who's going to be the first one to go all in on it? Which one of y'all are going to do it? I don't know. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be Disney? Because, like I said, I have a story that I'm going to show here. At least with that department, they make money on other departments, but at least from that, when you're talking about like the theatrical releases, and they do a lot of CG based, movies. Hell, most of their movies are almost like strictly like CG. I like in some cases. So, I wonder if they're going to be one of the first ones to say, fuck it, this movie right here was done 90% fucking just throwing a bitch in a prompt and saying to hell with it, right? And do they justify it with an AI like they made?
I think that's most likely to come from a smaller studio.
Okay, right. Fair enough.
I think there's this, smaller than Disney constitutes pretty much everything, but no, I mean a studio that maybe has a $1 or $2 million budget, and that's how they're going to promote this film. That's going to be the selling point. This movie is 100% AI generated, every environment,
and they're gonna lead with that. Like that's gonna be their promotional marketing. I got you.
Promotional point.
Yeah.
Every environment, every creature, every human, every line is AI generated through. I'm brain farting it, but they'll be like, every line is generated through the response of the previous AI generated character that's been worked around a loose story structure. So where it went was in itself a creation, and they'll use the words like artistry and stuff like that to try and pander or to try and soften what's here. But that's how I see it. Now, where the money came from to fund that film, I guarantee you comes from a big studio.
So it's like a proxy. It's what you're saying. Okay. I can see that. I get that. That's the type of shenanigans we see in corporate America
all the time.
So, good point. Yeah.
So they won't divulge where the finances have come from, but I'll guarantee you it's come from a Warner, a Disney, a Universal, or wherever, an Amazon. I guarantee you it's come from something like that. And they'll be testing the waters. That will be the toe in the water to see, is there enough curiosity in there? What happens if we throw a couple of 3 million at this? Do we get a return on this? Hell, we're losing hundreds of millions on fucking dog shit, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So this could be like an ultimate Turing test type of experiment going on here.
Yeah.
Hell, God, this might be fucking Oppenheimer for all we know.
Yeah.
I am become death of our own industry, or something along those lines. But that's how I see this will be Trojan horsed.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I never thought about it from that perspective. Like, yeah, that's exactly the type of stuff that happens in mega, kind of definitely multinational mega corporations where they use these proxies and stuff to test stuff out, and usually comes out later that you find out what so and so was connected to this, which is connected to that, and ultimately it was this big company that was funding the damn thing the entire time. For them to at least not to have to put their names next to it and associated with it, but also getting the market test and the experiment kicked off, to then from that extrapolate and take that information and then try to determine what direction they're going to go with this industry. Because the interesting part of the AI has a conundrum, like I said, by itself. It's not foolproof by any means. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty happening right now with this industry. Like I said, everybody right now is holding on to the edge of their seat right now to see what's happening with what's going to happen out of this Nvidia call. Someone said in the chat that at 3:20 my time, it was 4:20 Eastern is when it closes, and we should get some earnings there with Nvidia. We're going to see.
Well, we won't see Ubisofts, but okay.
Yeah, that's another interesting one as well. But we will see kind of what does the trajectory look like. We know there's investment into this technology. We know that companies are investing and spending a lot of money. But is that investment? Because that's the part of the investment that we don't talk about enough. And I'll be fair, I don't talk about it enough. I kind of mentioned it in my the one AI video that I did, but I didn't go into great detail where AI is like between all of the actual be it from the server capacity, the computing, and the economics that's involved in that, the amount of energy that is needed to keep these shits up and running. It's not foolproof, guys. So while on our end we may think, oh, you look at chat GPT and I pay this much a month or something like that, or maybe you getting it for free or whatever, using the free version. But all that computing, bro, that costs money for them, and they haven't. OpenAI, there has been no evidence that they're going to be able to make $1.4 trillion, right? None. There's no. Again, they made $13 billion, guys. I know we use trillion because we talk about government spending in America, and so we use the term trillion like it's just going out of style, and nobody thinks like, oh, that's not a big number. Just go look at how many. Just look up the number 1 trillion and look up how many fucking zeros are in that number. There, 13 billion doesn't come fucking close to the amount of money that they need, or that they're going to need as far as their investment is concerned. So there's a lot of questions about the economic side of it and the other side of that. If you're like a company owner, like I look at it even from our perspective, right? Like if you're looking at it from a company owner's perspective, you're also trying to weight that out as well, as far as how you're going to, because look, you don't want to become too reliant on it as well. Because what happens if you do become reliant on it as and the bubble bursts, right? And the bubble bursts, and then you're like, oh shit, I laid off all these people, or I built my whole entire economic plan about us being able to utilize AI. Maybe there's a lot of uncertainty. Maybe it ends up the bubble burst. And sure, the bubble burst doesn't mean AI is going to go away. It may mean that it looks different. Maybe it's that instead of me spending this $20 a month or whatever you spend on ChatGPT, maybe you're spending fucking $1,000 or something like that just to try to offset some of the costs as these guys figure this shit out. I don't know what that's going to look like, but there is a lot of uncertainty with regards to like the energy and the computing capacity of all this AI shit as well that they have to consider. So yeah, man, it's going to be interesting seeing what's going to go down with these companies in Hollywood. I know there's going to be a pushback, but the verdict is out on a lot of this stuff. And I've been nerding out about the economic side of the AI that often isn't talked about. We just look about what it is capable of doing right now. But the market right now with AI is so fucking distorted because there's so much investment in it right now. You don't know. And a lot of even the AI, you have these competing AIs. A lot of them are like shit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them aren't even fucking any fucking good as well. So there's a lot of front end investment right now, but that does not mean that the landscape that it is the trajectory that it will be. So we will see what's going to happen, but I'm interested to see if there is going to be a bubble or if this is legitimately a bubble and it's going to pop. I'm going to be keeping big time tabs on some of what's going on with that. But speaking of, and I want to go ahead and talk about this real quick. I had planned to talk about this later. This kind of flew under the radar. Quarter 4 earnings, which ended in, I think, September of like 18th or something for Disney fiscal year 2025. And this does not mean that they lost money altogether. In fact, it means the opposite. If you go look at this earnings call in its totality, you will see that Disney is making money elsewhere. Got the parks, you got some of these other things. There is net income. But what they are reporting is that they had an operating income loss, and this is specifically pertaining to the content sales, licensing, and other, and this is talking theatrical releases and everything, of $52 million. They're losing money on the movies, is what that says. The movies weren't profitable. That's just that's not my opinion, guys. Don't take my word for anything for you guys that are uber shills out there and you're gonna say that everything's fine. This is not my opinion. You go look at the earning reports for yourself.
Which quarter does this cover?
This is the
April, May, June, or July, August.
That's a good question. Hold on. Let me scroll up because I just wanted to scroll down. So it talks about it. Their Q4 and full year, it ended in September 27th. I know it's something like that. September 27th. So their quarter 4, that means their quarter 4 was September, I guess August, September. Well, I guess July, it's August and September, I'd assume. I'd assume that's their quarter. That's their quarter.
Yeah, their Q4. Yeah, July, August, September. Then
right. That's their Q4.
Yeah,
but yeah, they made money. Again, it's important to mention that and that they made money. I don't want to sit up here and lie to y'all. I'm going to be like, oh, they
no. This is being specific to the movie side,
to the movies, right? To the movie side and everything associated with it. They were at their net income was negative 52 million, and the operating income loss was $52 million.
Right. So the movies that they released in that period were Fantastic Four: First Steps, Freakier Friday, The Roses, Hamilton, and a re-release for its 30th anniversary of Toy Story.
Yeah. And by the way, just in comparison to last year, during the same period of time, that's such a change of 26%. They're down. They're just down by a lot. It is what it is. I forget the exact percentage. I had this in my notes the other day that I can actually, let me pull that up because I want to get because like I said, this report you can go check if you go to Walt Disney Company Walt Disney, the WaltDisneyCompany.com. You can see the earnings report for yourself. Let me go to my notes because I just did a video talking about this real quick. So yes. So Q4 2020 fiscal year 2025, which like I said, it ended on September 27th. They reported total segment operating income of $691 million, and that's for its entertainment segment. And this is down 35% from basically $1 billion in the same quarter last year. So they're down 35% in comparison to last year. And yeah, this operating loss of $52 million for quarter four compared to being in the positive $316 million the prior year. So that doesn't spell well for them. Like I said, we're just talking movies, okay?
Yep.
This is talking the theatrical slate. This is talking about the content sales, the licensing that's associated with it. They lost $52 million essentially during that window of time. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to always lose each quarter.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
This is what they've reported.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The likelihood is they have paid themselves money to play both Fantastic Four and Freakier Friday onto Disney Plus.
Okay.
Right.
Fair.
So there's most likely going to be shifted money there, and they don't pay themselves a small amount of money either. They pay themselves a lot of money. From what I can see, Freakier Friday probably made a profit of about 50 mil at the cinemas, there or thereabouts. 50 mil. The Roses, because we all know where this is going, because we all know where the money was lost here. We're not even gonna fucking pretend. The Roses had a budget of 30 million, brought in 52 million worldwide, so that lost them some money. Most likely lost them 15 mil there or thereabouts, because I don't think there was a huge amount of marketing behind the Roses on that one. But the big one, of course, is Fantastic Four.
That's the big one. That's 1000% the big one.
And that's the big one. And Fantastic Four clearly lost them a lot of money. Now we don't know the full budget for this. It's been estimated at 200, which means it would have had to have made if we just do the 2.5, because we don't even know what the marketing cost was on this one either. So the likelihood is, because there were reshoots as well. Fucking hell. So the likelihood is they lost their money on the Fantastic Four.
That's it. Now, I want to read this to be completely fair to them. This is what it says. The decrease in operating results was due. This is what they're saying. I ain't saying it.
Sure.
Was due to lower theatrical distribution results. That's just a roundabout way of saying the movies they released didn't make money. Partially offset by a decrease in film cost impairments. The current quarter reflected the release of the movies that, as just named, and the carryover performance of Lilo and Stitch, while the prior year quarter included the release of Deadpool. So he's basically at Deadpool and Wolverine. So they're essentially saying that, well, they didn't have that level of release.
Well, Lilo and Stitch did over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Deadpool Wolverine did 1.4, 1.5, whatever it was. Did a good chunk. Maybe even 1.6. But Lilo and Stitch did over $1 billion.
Yeah.
So don't blame that. You can hate that film, love that film all you want. It pushed its weight. It made you good profit.
Right.
But there's a clanger in there. There's a huge fucking clanger in there.
Yeah.
And that clanger is the absolutely dead Marvel universe.
Yeah. Well, look. I guess we're going to see after we got the end of this year, going into next year. We just discussed the last segment about AI, Tilly Norwood, and all this other shit. I do wonder if that spells kind of, because ultimately, when you think about, I guess let's take a step back. When you think about losing money, like, it's not always about the fact that your film must make a lot of money. It's about how much you're spending on the films as well, right? That's the big part of the profitability, right? So, you wonder if we get that under control, by we, I mean them, if they get the budgeting under control, does that they can, easily make profitable. I say easily. I don't know. I mean, I'm just using that term, just like, okay, you have control of all of these damn IPs. You think you can churn out a profit with fucking Marvel characters and all the various IPs you have. But a lot of that stuff is going to be contingent on how much money that you spend. Right? I'd argue that's the thing. Right? It's about what you spend. Moana. I don't know how much money do you know how much money they spend? Do we have any sort of estimated or projected production budget for Moana?
Gonna have a little look. When's it out? Next year?
Something like that, yeah.
It's estimated to be around the 250 million mark.
See, that's your problem. There lies your problem, Disney. I mean, y'all don't need me to tell. I'm not no ex. Y'all got. I'm pretty sure y'all got a bunch of.
That is a hypothetical, though.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's a lot of money. A significant amount of money. I like to think that's $250 million. So you look at. You're always up against it. As if you have to spend that much money, you're always going to be up against it, because you're asking a lot of your customers. And sure, it is one of those properties that, if you are targeting the youngsters, they'll drag their parents there. The parents going to buy into it, regardless if it's good or not. They have that going for them. But they're still it's like, damn, we almost have to make nearly $1 billion in order for us to make a return. To me, that represents almost that's the state of Hollywood right now. Right there. We have to sell a lot.
Did you see an interview with Mel Gibson recently where he's talking about filming?
Mm-mm.
Mel Gibson was recently talking about filming, and he did a little film. And he talked about how California is just fucked and killing itself in the movie industry. Because he said, I just needed to do a pickup shot. He said, first of all, I filmed, even though it was meant to be set in LA, I filmed in a completely different place because it was much cheaper. But then I wanted to just do a day's worth of pickups, which he said I could do in LA because then, So he ends up saying, but I didn't. Because to do 1 day of pickups in LA, in California, would have cost so much. It would have been cheaper for me to fly everyone out to Croatia or wherever it was that they did their filming and film it there, put them all up, feed them, and come back. Cheaper than doing 1 day in fucking LA.
That's crazy.
He said they're doing it to themselves. Huh?
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you bring up a good, fantastic point. Their spending is out of fucking control, and I can imagine that it must be very difficult for them. I'm not trying to get people to feel sorry for them, but when you have an industry full of people that you've created this sense of dependency, you've created this sense of like people are familiar with this now that are in your industry, and it becomes increasingly difficult to be able to kind of take a step back after spending so much time spending to that effort, which means you're hiring to that effort. Like you're hiring, I mean, if you see the credits of some of these movies, like it's a trillion people working on these damn films in some way, and that's where your budget goes. Does it probably take that many people to make a semi decent film? No, it doesn't. But they have red tape. Some of it's self-imposed. This is why I'm not telling you to feel sorry for it. Some of the stuff, and you
Most
look at
of
like,
it.
yeah,
Most
but it's self-imposed. It's just something that the industry did to himself, something that these companies did to themselves. It wasn't me that told them to have awards where they have to, check certain. But I didn't do that to them. It wasn't us that told them to do that. It wasn't the free marketer that told them that that's what they must do. That's stuff that they did to themselves. And like when you look at an industry that's in decline and you're spending that much like it's going out of style, well, that's your problem right now. And again, it becomes increasingly difficult to turn that around because all these people are dependent on that. This is why I keep saying this. And I said this about the major publishers in comics. They act as almost like a welfare state for their industry because they have the benefit of being attached to these multinational billion-dollar corporations. But in the same respects, they're the only ones that can afford to pay them that because they're multinational, mega corporate, right? So they're going to always fight like hell and be very, very protective of these massive entities because they understand, well, what happens if that massive entity or that international multinational company goes away? Who's going to then be the ones that are going to fork over the cash to pay you and your buddies to dick around? Nobody. Smaller companies can't do that. You look at your own industry, these guys that are making independent films, they can't afford to do that. They already pinch pennies right now, right? They're calling in favors. You see these Sasuke's in the chat right now. You already know when you're filmmaking, you're calling in favors a lot of times. You're calling in favors. I know a guy that he owns a restaurant down the street. They'll let us shoot instead of paying so and so over there and getting all these props, they'll let us shoot out of their film. We just got to come after hours between
well, you
7
just guerrilla shoot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you call in favors. You call in so that's the type of approach that has to happen when you're dealing with these more smaller, like independent films. With these guys, they're spending an exorbitant amount of monies, a crazy amount of money to make these films happen, and they're the only ones that can do it. So I think that's partially why you get so much of a kickback when you're in opposition to them, because they're like, or a pushback, excuse me, when you're in opposition to them, because they're like, well, how dare you? This is a sugar daddy. The sugar daddy. That's what they are. The sugar daddy of the industry. Only ones that can afford to pay them like that, because the indies can't. They'd be gone tomorrow if it were like truly up to everybody, like the actual market. But which is what I believe that Disney represents here. But Disney has the benefit of having, I mean, imagine that as being a company big enough to lose $52 million in one sector of your company.
No sweat.
That's fucking crazy, man. Like any other company is like, oh shit, this is over. Like we just lost $52 million. This is it.
Doors are closing, guys.
Yeah, this is
sorry.
It. That's it. Where's
no severance? There's nothing.
We don't. What severance? There's nothing. There's no money.
Pencils down, hands down, legs up, and walk out.
Yeah, that's it. But with them, they have other places that they're able to make money from.
Yeah, there's somebody sat in some room in Disney going, "Who can we gay next?"
The only ones that can afford to do it. So big shout out to them there in I mean, again, it's impressive to be able to lose that much money and still come out profitable because you have like parks and all these other things. If nothing else, I guess that tells you that you should diversify your portfolio. I'll talk about Game Awards here in a bit, but I want to talk about this right here. I'm actually sharing this from Geeks and Gamers. They're not paying me to do this at all. I'm just sharing it because it's here, and I know those guys. Ubisoft blames people playing fewer games for struggles. Not
no,
its
just
own
want to play your shit. They just don't want to play your shit. There's a huge difference. This is the cope of a fucking bunch of I'd say retards. That would be generous. I want to get actually a little bit nastier than retards. This is the cope by a group of pathetic bitches, bitch-made soy cuck baguettes. You're so lucky I said baguettes because I was ramping up for the F, right? That haven't got the fucking balls, mainly because they don't know what fucking gender they are, to take responsibility for their own failures. And believe you me, Ubisoft is nearly tiptoe, certainly in the hierarchy, full of fucking failures. You had the biggest slam dunk in the gaming world with a feudal fucking Assassin's Creed. A slam dunk. Somehow, some way, you managed to get a safety against you. That's how it was. It was, and I know I've mixed metaphor there, my sports references with basketball and then sports ball.
Yeah.
But that's what they managed to fucking do. They managed to get they were first and goal on the fucking line on the one, and somehow
got a safety.
Fucking safety, you know?
Somehow got a safety.
Yeah. Somehow they got a fucking safety against them.
Well, this is what the actual this is what the company's house filing is saying. The Ubisoft argued that the gaming market has shifted so dramatically that new single purchase releases struggle to stand out. Players, they say, are playing fewer games and sticking to long-running titles for extended periods of time.
Oh, fuck off.
It says this supposedly explains why Ubisoft.
How many copies did Arc Raiders sell in the first 11 days, Eric?
Millions.
Over 4 million copies.
Literal millions.
Over 4 million copies. Do you know what didn't sell 4 million fucking copies in 11 days?
This is one right here.
Assassin's Creed, my dad went for some cigarettes. That's what fucking didn't sell.
Yeah. You wonder how much of it's cope. You wonder how much of it's delusion as well. Where it's just it's
corp speak. It's just corporation. Corporations will never take responsibility for fucking shit.
It's not definitely the publicly traded ones. It's not, you know, with the shareholders and stuff. They're not gonna. It's not even in their best
on the
interest.
verge of getting bought out, and they need to try and show as much strength as possible to hold the number up. But the reality of the matter is, it's fucking done because Tencent have already been in there and raped your fucking IP away from you. So whatever gets sold off isn't going to have probably the IP of the ones that Tencent took because they've formulated their own fucking company because of that.
Yeah. I don't know what these guys got going, but I don't think blaming the
Ubisoft haven't made a fucking good game in 12 fucking years. They make the same old repetitive shite. Thanks to Ubisoft, we have Expedition 33. We have the game of the year for 2025, which was built up of ex-Ubisoft employees that felt that they were creatively stifled at a company that just made the same game over and over and over and over and over again. And then they went off and hell, what happened? They could be creative. What did they do? They made Expedition 33, a really innovative, creative.
Again, we always forget, man. Former Ubisoft guys. Right. So, I mean,
the buck stops with you. Ubisoft, you're a piece of shit company that's been run by Yves Guillemot, who's a piece of fucking shit himself. He's a visionary, my fucking asshole. I'd use his fucking toupee to wipe my fucking sphincter when I go to the toilet. The guy's made the same fucking shit over and over again. He's done nothing innovative. None of the big companies have. Blizzard.
They're
too busy fucking showing the pride flags and Black Lives Matters and all that. Shut the fuck up, Blizzard. Make a good video game. Oh, sorry, you can't. You can't do that anymore.
This is the full quote in the filing. Okay.
Yeah.
It says the traditional full game model of selling $50, $60 games to a consumer as a one-time purchase continues to be less ubiquitous, excuse me, with multi-game subscription services, long-running games as a service titles, free-to-play games, and cloud streaming offerings, providing new and attractive ways for consumers to the game content. So essentially saying that they were up against it because they came out with a game. It's not the game itself. It's the I guess the experience that the players are looking for, and it's becoming increasingly.
So why are you getting your ass kicked by a bunch of AA studios?
Yeah,
with the fractions of the budget that you have.
I think it's
fractions of the employees that you have, with fractions of the developers that you have, with fraction of the connections that you have. Why are you getting your fucking ass kicked left, right, and center, Ubisoft? Why? Oh yeah, it's because you're making dog shit, and you've been making dog shit for a fucking decade or more.
They said consumers are playing fewer games, playing them for longer, and as a result, outside
fewer games, but fewer games for longer. Wait a minute, doesn't that contradict what you just previously said? Doesn't that just contradict what you fucking previously just said?
That's a result outside of
fucking French people,
of a few notable exceptions.
I love you.
Many new games are struggling to stand out and achieve the sales they want. They may have once had.
Expedition 33, Ark Raiders, two brand new fucking companies. Pretty much two brand new companies onto the marketplace, dominating. Okay, 2025. By the way, 2025.
While the market is more volatile,
I'm fucking becoming volatile, man.
And the potential for any specific title less predictable as a result. But here's the thing. They're talking as if they don't like having Assassin's Creed and notable IPs aren't an advantage to them.
It's a huge advantage, but you have to innovate.
Yeah, you still have to execute at the end of the day. And that's the part, I guess, that to me is what they're admitting more than anything, is that they thought that they could, as many of these properties thought they could be able to do, is be able to skate off of simply having the name recognition. And I guess to be fair, they could for a while there, but the minute that games production and development became more accessible and thus more competitive in the AA sense, people had more options, and therefore they don't have to go to AAA as an example to be entertained. They can go AA, and the experience will still be fun, fulfilling. They can still get lots of hours out of that instead of having to go to the big dogs. So it's less about market volatility and more about you got comfortable. That's my opinion. You got comfortable. You thought it's Assassin's Creed, we're going to shit money. And that's just not how
Ubisoft's first goal. It's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, and eighth, ninth, 15th, and 10th to 25th goal is monetization, live service monetization. Every game's live service monetization. Assassin's Creed Shadows was boring. It was dull. I was making a fucking fortune playing that game for 2 days. A fortune. The most I have ever made playing a video game by a fucking country mile. I could only manage 2 streams, and the chat were literally showering me fucking full of money. I couldn't do it. I could have just logged in, done another, take the bag, keep going. I couldn't. It was unfucking playable, boring crap. And I don't want to play that, Eric. I want to play something that's a bit fun, a bit more interesting. Hell, we've had more fun playing games like Peak and the fucking drug one. I forget what its name was.
Schedule One. And Are We There Yet? And all these little headliners. All these tiny little games don't have great graphics, have very basic gameplay, got a great gameplay loop. Very fun, very interesting. What am I playing right now? Sifu.
You're playing, yeah.
Funny, also French, by the way. There is so you ain't got no excuses, motherfucker. Also French, Expedition 33, also French. Somehow those guys can figure this shit out. And they can make some fun. They can make some fun games that I want to go replay And here we are, a game that, you know, should have this massive, well, not should have, it has name recognition. As in entertainment, that's one of the most difficult things to give people, like, that's the hiccup that a lot of people get caught up on, right? Is because it's so impactful in the West, and being able to have a brand that's recognizable, that people give it the time of day, is such a difficult thing to obtain. Here, Ubisoft, you already have that. It's Assassin's Creed. You put out 50 of them. Everybody knows exactly what these games are. So I don't think you can blame how volatile the industry is, and how you can, like, you know, because they basically are saying, when they say something like, you know, it's struggling to stand out, or it's becoming more increasingly difficult to stand out. It's
no, they are semi-right. They are semi-right, Eric. It is more difficult to stand out when you rest on your laurels.
Yeah, a fact.
Yeah. When you sit on your fat ass, and I do it every day of my life, but when you sit on your fat ass and you don't fucking innovate, yeah, then it does become a little bit more difficult, because there are companies out there that are fucking hungry.
Yeah.
They are hungry, and
there's
they
no
are
complacency
creative,
there.
and they will fucking gobble you the fuck up. You're just sat there complacent.
Yeah.
Complacency is key here.
That's what I think, that's essentially what they're admitting when they say that they're struggling to stand out. And they're saying my struggle. Yeah. Well, they say it's volatile. Where they say that the potential for any specific title less predictable. That's essentially them saying that, well, it's not a layup anymore, and we got to work, and we just don't want to, or didn't do it. Right? You know, but that's a you problem. That's not the market's problem. Look, we've seen it happen over the course of modern history. It happens all the time. It happened to Blockbuster, right? Blockbuster, for example, should have been Netflix before Netflix. I think it was a time that it was either Netflix or Redbox. It might have been both, where Blockbuster actually had the opportunity to buy them out, and didn't take it, right? And then now that they're obviously, there's only one left, right? And that was the refusal to innovate. That was, you already the first in, you already the best dressed, right? So Larry said both. I think it was both. I think it actually was both, where they just refused to innovate. They should have been Netflix before Netflix. They were set up for it perfectly, but they got comfortable. And what happened? Well, another company comes by and they say, we're going to do that. And bam, you know, now you're made to be obsolete. It's a similar thing that's happening in gaming right now, where these companies just, they're too comfortable. They think, well, because we have a brand next to ours, and we have this big notable IP, we can just shit out a title.
But that mentality comes from, are you good enough to be our customer, as opposed to we need to make sure that we
walking around like your shit don't stink. Yep. That's where that comes from.
That's what that breeds, particularly when you hire a bunch of fucking activists that come in. This is what people need to be taught. This is what they have to have. For these self-righteous fucktards that haven't fucking lived a day's fucking in their life, drop them off in the middle of Johannesburg, mate. They'd be dead in fucking an hour.
Yeah. Yep. That's what happens. It's you got to make the adjustment. You still have the advantage. Make no mistake. It just means that ain't shit sweet, as we say. You can make, you make decent games. You should make $1 trillion, but you can't just say, I'm going to stick Black Ops. I'm going to say that this is Black Ops, go buy the motherfucker. And people are just going to fall over themselves to get it. I guess there's some sense of, you got some baked in success that there's always going to be those that are diehards. They're going to always give it a time of day. But I think increasingly, and it's not volatility. It's actually more direct than that. It's actually more predictable than it is volatile. What those examples that you had mentioned earlier, what they show is that, well, people are willing to give something a try. It's not just about name recognition. You just got to serve the customers. And what's happened with these mega corporations and at least the industry leaders in the various industries, is that they got to the point to where they believe that they're the ones dictating where the market goes. when that's just not how any of this shit works. You have to serve the market, right? You're there to serve the market. You're not there to dictate what the fuck the market needs. You're not there to dictate what the market wants. If you want to be successful and you want to be great, well, you have to adjust based on their wants. That doesn't mean not to be innovative. In fact, it means the complete opposite. You got to be able to keep their interest. You got to be able to keep their intrigue. That's what you have to do. It doesn't matter if you have a known property or not. You have to adjust to what the market wants, and you have to serve the market. The minute that you think, and this is what activists get so wrong when they enter business, is that they believe that, well, I exist, and therefore you have to live up to the standards that I have set as the creator of said thing, right? Worship me, and if you don't, well, then it's because. Well, it's not because of the game that they created. It's not because of the book that they created. It has nothing to do with that. It's because you didn't live up to their standards. You're a bigot. You're a racist. You're a homophobe, or some of these other terms. That stems from their just sheer arrogance, and that they believe they can dictate what the fucking market wants, and you can't. And so many companies have found out the hard way, and you're going to continue to find out the hard way with games, because your industry is becoming more accessible to developers, to where they don't need to go to the mega corporation to get the capital that they need in order to build the game. This is why so many AA games have come over the last years and have seen the amount of success that they've been able to see. They might not have that big name recognition. They might not have the $250 million investment. What they have is a little bit of passion, a fun concept, a decent gameplay loop, and bam, you then have guys becoming superstars overnight, even if they're solo devved, even if they're only spending a fraction of the cost of what their competitors are spending. And this is why someone like Expedition 33 and their company can lead with, hey, they actually sold this amount of copies, instead of talking about fucking players, a number of players and all types of shit, which is nothing but a cope to avoid actually talking about the people that actually, I don't know, reached in their pocket and bought your goddamn game. This industry's got to wake the fuck up. They have to. They got to wait. They got to wake up.
Because the AAA certainly aren't looking to wake up. They're not. The AA's, they're coming in hard. You know, they're coming in with some innovation. They're coming in with some great gameplay. But the AAA's, no. You got Ghost of Lesbian. You've got Trans Blizzard. You've got Assassin's Creed.
Fortnite COD.
Well, you got fucking hell. You got COD Night.
COD Night.
Which is just a fucking loller, but looks like just a joke. I mean, I look back. The last time I bought a COD game was 2020, which was Cold War, and then before that, it was 2014. So I bought 2 COD games in the past 11 years. Looking at
one.
Look at
one. I don't remember which one it was. The one that I was playing on stream. I was at Vanguard, maybe, or some shit like that. I don't remember. It was one, but yeah, it's been a fucking eternity.
And Assassin's Creed Shadows was a literal setup for them. They couldn't have asked. They couldn't have had a better setting that the audience wanted. They've been crying for this for years and years and years. All they had to do was nail it.
Yeah.
Everyone's sick of COD, mate.
Yeah.
And there's an the problem with COD is it's a game that's got an ecosystem around it with esports and influencers and whatnot.
Yeah, streamers
and it's like dragging. It's like Blizzard. It's just like dragging a corpse around.
And I know that those guys feel like they're in a man. I feel for those guys, man. That definitely those streamers, because a lot of their revenue is caught up in playing that shit.
Yes,
and so you can tell, though. I watch streamers every now and then. You can tell where they're putting on a front, in the sense that they don't want to play this shit, man. Like, and they know that it's stable. A lot of their like. Can they switch a different game? Do they have that type of following? This is why it's important, man. I mean, you got to build a following of people that rock with you, so you can be like Ass, where Ass can just play whatever the fuck game he wants to play, right? And he knows his bros are gonna show out. Whereas to these guys are like, it's COD or bust. It's fucking COD or bust. They can't play something else. Yeah. It's like they see their streamer count get fucking they get a fraction of it, right?
Yeah,
In the event,
they'll get hammered down.
right? Exactly. So that's why a lot of them always go back to it, because it's to what Az was saying. It has this entire ecosystem surrounding it. And I don't envy those guys at all, man. That's got to be a shitty situation to be able to wake up and be like, I don't want to do this, but I kind of got to do it because my economics are all tied into it. But it's just making yourself fucking miserable, absolutely fucking miserable to play that shit. So yeah, man, it's I fucking I don't know what's gonna happen with AAA games. I have no idea, but we're gonna see, which kind of leads me to what I wanted to talk about. I know this came out the other day. We got the Game Awards.
We got the Hideo Kojima tribute awards, courtesy of Jeff Keighley. We got the where can I put Hideo Kojima in which categories this year awards?
Death Stranding. Interesting take, because
I love Hideo Kojima. This is more a Jeff Keighley thing.
Yeah, I that's interesting. Like that's there. Was very interesting. I don't know what the sales and stuff were like for Kingdom Come. I know there was some.
They just went over the 4 million mark.
4 million mark.
Yeah.
With Kingdom Come,
Deliverance 2.
Hollow Knight, Hades. Obviously, the first one was in the running as well. Hollow Knight kind of floats around the similar space. But yeah, Death Stranding being here was interesting. For sure.
I would think Arc Rivals. Even
outrageous.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Do they include that on next year?
No, I don't know, because it's in another category. It's in another category.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just too late. Well, that's interesting then. So, do you put just off the cultural phenomena alone? You would think it would beat out, because to me the outlier seems like the one that's forced is Death Stranding 2. That was shoehorned in here. But yeah, I thought that, damn, that's crazy.
Death Stranding 2 is up for shitloads of awards.
Yeah.
Shitloads. I think Arc Raiders is up for 1.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I would think that it should have been there. But all this being said, do you think with this lineup, do you think it's
I mean, there are some here I haven't played. I haven't played Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades.
Keep trying to get my damn wife to get it. She's
or Silksong. But I have played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and I have played some Death Stranding 2. And I have finished and completed Expedition 33, and Expedition 33 blows the other two fucking out of the water as far as I'm concerned. So I would be very surprised if Expedition 33 did not win it.
I don't know. Yeah, and I'm trying to think of which one they would give it to if it weren't. And yeah, it's hard to. I think it may be a bit of a gap there. I think it's got to be
Expedition 33. I don't know. Maybe Silksong.
Hollow Knight, maybe. Yeah, I don't know who would get it.
I don't see any other winner there.
Ghost of Yote is getting a award, potentially, and they are in the category of best game direction. So, I haven't played it. Obviously,
I've played 3 of these 5. I've played Expedition 33, Death Stranding, and I've played Split Fiction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Split Fiction. This is so horrible to say because the 2 girls are based on, I believe, the dev's daughters, right? And the gameplay in Split Fiction is fantastic. It's really, really fun gameplay. The girls annoyed the shit out of me. Annoyed the absolute living shit out of me. And apparently they're making a film about Split Fiction. So good luck with that one. Ghost of Yotai, fuck Sucker Punch. Hades, I didn't play. Got no prejudice against that. Hideo Kojima is seen as the visionary director, but I tell you what, the direction in having played both, the direction in again Expedition 33, I think is unmatched.
I don't see what about Ghost. Obviously I didn't. I'll be full transparent, but I don't. From everybody I've seen play it, I don't see as far as the gameplay is concerned or the game itself what it did much differently than the first one. So
I never heard anything other than it looked pretty.
Yeah. So what is the outstanding creative vision and innovation that has come from Ghost? And I'm willing to be wrong. Chat, feel free to let me know. I'm just going by the title and the description of the award.
I mean, if it wasn't Expedition 33, and have you played Expedition 33? Dude, that game goes into fucking wild places.
Yeah.
It's in a great way. Split Fiction has, like I said, very, very innovative gameplay, zones, puzzles, and the actual gameplay element of it is really, really good fun. Death Stranding 2, no shade, but Death Stranding 2, you played Death Stranding 1, you're very familiar with Death Stranding 2. I didn't really see any innovation or huge amounts of innovation from Death Stranding 1 to 2.
So yeah, I don't know why Ghost would be up for that, because of really the consensus. I mean, what I've seen with everybody that's played it was like, yeah, the only good thing you can say about it is the gameplay, but that's only because it's the same as Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, which was good.
Which was awesome, actually. But, that's not necessarily it. I mean, does that constitute an outstanding creative vision and innovation if we've already seen it from your very title? I don't know, man. That maybe I'm just tripping, but I think that's a little bit forced. Best narrative. Ghost of Yotai is there again. They're gonna get it. They're coming out with an award as they're gonna.
I don't know.
They might come out of it.
I don't know.
Out of spite, though, out of spite, they might come out with one, bro.
I think this is in terms of a strong narrative. I've heard a lot of people say Kingdom Come Deliverance. I gave up on Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I know a lot of people that fucking love that story. Okay. Love that story. Silent Hill F was incredibly disappointing. With it's nothing to do with Silent Hill at all. If they'd called it something different, created even a brand new IP, would it make me felt differently about it? Maybe. But in terms of a Silent Hill game, this got nothing to do with Silent Hill. And the narrative was very anti-family and very anti-male. So it lost me big time. Death Stranding on the beach, narrative wise, I saw plenty. Not exactly blown away. Expedition 33, the narrative is crazy good. Expedition 33 could walk away with so much of this awards. They really could. But I don't see anything there that was from a story perspective, storytelling perspective, better than what Expedition 33 gave in terms of story. It was incredible.
Well, we'll see what happens with Ghost.
Three categories. I've called Expedition 33 for all of them.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh no!
Art direction, Claire again. It's the same games. Best art direction. I could for sure see like a Hollow Knight or a Hades winning one of these. Particularly Hades. Like their art has always been fucking killer. And Hollow Knight, though, it really is a interesting take on that sort of semi-platformer genre as far as how it looks. And this is particularly what we're looking at. I don't know. Ghost is, there's no way Ghost wins that best art direction. Expedition, yes, obviously, but I could easily see fucking Hades or
I could even see Death Stranding taking
For the art direction?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's an exceedingly good looking game.
Okay.
Exceedingly good looking game.
Okay.
So
I'm not sure the history of
whether-
this. Like, I'm not sure the history of this award. I don't know if they typically give it to the more like hyper realist games, or do they kind of go to the more artistic? Because if they do go to the more artistic ones, then yeah, that leaves you with for sure Hades and Hollow Knight.
I mean,
or stylistic is more what I'm saying.
That blends sort of realistic with a quirk, a style.
Yeah,
it's not like exact by any stretch of the imagination. There's an exaggeration of features and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's a tough one. That is a tough one to call.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Best score and music. This one I can't make a I can't make an opinion. I don't have an opinion.
The music in Expedition 33 is unreal.
Yeah,
unreal. There was a huge outcry that it wasn't nominated for a BAFTA or whatever it was, for its music. But the score on Expedition 33 is outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, I can't make a claim one way or the other. Oh, they finally gave there's Battlefield sneaking in there with best audio design. That is
Battlefield 6 has amazing audio. I know exactly where every player is that's in my remit. So that and the spatial audio is absolutely fantastic. So is Arc Rivals, by the way.
I was about to say, like, I think our greatest for some people were
you saying Arc Rivals. I got fucking Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals, oh yeah.
But
yeah, Arc Raiders, I hear a lot of people talking about the audio.
The audio in Arc Raiders is spot on, as it needs to be, but my God, it's spot on. Like I was streaming the other day, and I was like in a corner of a building, and somebody was walking around, and I was like looking up, and I was following them. And I was saying, this is where they are. This is where they are. They said they're coming down now. And they come out. I said they're going to come through in a second. And they did. It was like, that is how good the audio is in that game.
Nice. That's what you need. That's what you need in a multiplayer setting. That's for sure. Best performance. Shit, I couldn't tell you. Maybe Erica Ishii gets it for the best performance in the.
No. I'm putting my money on Ben Starr or Charlie Cox here. And if I was to lean, no disrespect to Ben Starr, because I really do like Ben Starr as a voice actor, by the way. But Charlie Cox fucking nailed it, man. In Expedition 33. He was fantastic. Troy Baker's great voice actor. He's always going to be in the running.
He's in everything, so shit.
Konatsu Kato for Silent Hill, and I did play Silent Hill F, and it's Japanese it's Japanese, so fine, Jennifer English, Expedition 33, Erica Ishii, don't know, don't care, couldn't give a flying fuck.
Erica Ishii.
We're talking about the important people here. But it's a testament to Expedition 33 that the three members.
We got a couple of your favorite games in here. The best as far as this accessibility, which is we all love that. Assassin's Creed Shadows, very accessible. South of Midnight.
Played 4 of 5 of these games.
Yeah,
4 of them.
Yeah, I haven't played. This is the first year I think in a while that I haven't played FIFA. Well, it's not FIFA. EA FC.
And that is the one that I didn't play because
that's why you didn't play.
FIFA.
Yeah, I haven't played that. I haven't played it.
South of Midnight, terrible, terrible game. Awful.
But is it accessible? Is the question?
Accessible? Well, I mean, the off button was accessible, so I got to give them credit for that. It was easy to fucking quit. Doom Dark Ages, sure. It was a weird one, that, because I only did one stream with it, and it was okay. I had decent fun, and I had no intention to go back and play anymore. It's so weird. Atomfall was a great game. Absolutely great game. Loved it. Really, really happy with Rebellion on that one. Again, another AA studio blew me away with Atomfall. So an Assassin's Creed Shadow can eat my fucking anus. So I'd love to see Atomfall come out with a big W here.
Yeah.
It'll probably go to South of Gay Night.
Yeah, man, because of how this always seems to be the award that they got like they made these games, so they have to be up for something. These types of games that whole
Eric, do you know how you fill up your power bar?
Yeah.
You pick cotton. You pick cotton.
Very progressive.
Not so much.
Very progressive.
Not so much. Dude, I can't
games for Impact.
People.
I haven't heard of any of these except South of Midnight. So I'm assuming this has to. Yeah, here we go. Like, imagine this being an award, right? This is the problem, right? For a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. Yes, boring. Fall asleep immediately.
Battlefield should be in there. War is fucking awesome. That's the message.
But yeah, these are like the obscure social justice. South of Midnight, you have there like I haven't heard of any. What was that game?
What the message in South of Midnight is meant to be, by the way. None.
What was that game? Did that game ever come out that was about crossing the border illegally?
That's to come out.
Okay. That's automatically nominated next year for Games for Impact. 1000%.
Oh, hell yeah. So is Black People Steal Things. What was that called?
Oh, what was that?
Relooted, wasn't it?
Yeah, Relooted. Yeah, Relooted.
Speaking of Relooted, let me just have a look at the demo. The demo reached an all-time peak of 22 players.
Impressive.
The free demo for Relooted, all-time peak, 22 players.
Shout out.
Shout out Nyamakop.
Well, it'll be nominated if nothing else for Games for Impact next year.
Yeah, it will because it's because remember they're stealing artifacts to return to dictators to sell to private collectors.
So this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best ongoing. These are the games that continue to have development on it. Obviously, Fortnite is always going to be there.
Sure.
Marvel Rivals, big time breakout game. No Man's Sky continues to be the beacon or I think an example that you look at to where it's not how you start, it's how you finish of a game. I haven't played Final Fantasy Online. I
actually got rid of my subscription.
Yeah, I haven't played in forever.
The first time Dawn Trial was not a good expansion.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I played that.
It's a shame because I love that game.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me to see
Marvel Rivals,
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Yeah. I want because what was it technically this year that Marvel Rivals came out? Was it earlier this year or was it last year?
I think this year. I think this year.
If it did, I could see them winning it. I could absolutely see them winning. If it came out this year, I could see them winning it.
It came out December 2024.
Okay. So it was the end of last year.
Just at the end of last year.
End of last year. Okay. Well, in that case, man, it's hard. It's always hard to beat Fortnite.
No Man's Sky's been out since 2019 or 2020.
Fortnite's been out forever too.
Yeah.
Helldivers, I know they had that big. I don't know if it's already out, but the big Halo kind of influenced expansion. Whatever.
You'll go gay.
No, it's not that version of Halo.
Okay, not the actual version of Halo.
But yeah, I could see it. I could see it going to Fortnite for sure. Marvel Rivals though, as well though. That was the end of last year, so I could see it going to anything. Best community support. I don't interact with either of these communities at all. But I don't think of Fortnite as one of those types of games. I think Fortnite just does what it does.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's obviously, yeah. Baldur's Gate being still active is interesting. Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm.
I mean, Helldivers, they've had some run-ins. But they had that big issue.
Which one? Best community support?
Yeah, it's best community support. So that's more so with the patches and responses to their audience and that type of stuff. I could see that going to maybe a Helldivers.
Okay. I can see that going to No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Fair enough. Best indie game. All right. Bro, this Absolom game is fucking nuts. I learned about this the other day when it's got Guard Crush, Dotemu. They do all the beat 'em ups. They're doing the one that's about to come out with Marvel. They did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that Shredder's Revenge. They've done a bunch of them. That game is fucking nuts, bro. Absolutely. It may end up being the next one that I stream. If I can get past level 1, no death on Sifu, I will end up going to play Absolom and doing a workout challenge associated with that. I cannot speak for these others, but Hollow Knight's huge, man. Hades is huge. I played
Blueprints and Expedition 33. My position.
But that's the thing, though. If Expedition is going to win Game of the Year, it kind of has to be the best independent game, does it not? It has to be. You can't give one.
There's other factors that it's dealt with in terms of maybe they look at the size of the company, the size of the resources. Also, Blueprints is phenomenal.
Yeah,
absolutely phenomenal. I cannot even begin to describe how beloved that game is to me. It's an absolute belter. I would love to see Blueprints pick this up. Love to.
Just because I want to beat 'em up genre to continue to expand. Absolom will get my vote. But like I said, if Claire gets Game of the Year, I feel like you got to hand them the best independent game by default. Just
theoretically, but we know how these things just
that's true. That's true.
And is it Game of the Year voted by the public as well?
Oh, is that I thought they had like a different created like a community choice award or some shit. I might be wrong.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that though. I could be incorrect on that. Best debut indie. Again, it's got to be. Blueprints is there. Your Blueprints is there. Dispatch did get a lot of love. I've seen from some people with that genre. But again, just by default, it's got to be Claire. I'm scared. Like if they get Game of the Year, they have to have the best debut game for an indie game. I just don't.
Again, this is a potentially nice situation for maybe Blueprints to sneak an award as well.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, if they announced a follow up to Blueprints, or the same people were making something along the same lines, but different. Oh my god, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, I can't spep on this. Don't play mobile
games.
Mobile
games.
Don't play mobile games.
Don't care. Don't care.
I don't play VR either.
Don't care.
Don't play either of these games.
Gives me motion sickness. Like
that's action game. Ninja Gaiden 4 had solid. Shinobi, that was solid too. It's probably going to. I don't know, man. Could you see, just because of how it was a revival for them, could you see Battlefield 6 sneaking?
I would be surprised, but I'd be very happy if they did, because it is crazy good fun. It is crazy good fun. Yeah. I was loving my time on Battlefield 6. If Arc Raiders hadn't popped along, I would still be likely on it. But I wouldn't be surprised to see something like Hades win that either.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it going to Hades. I think it's going to go to Hades. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi, that was a nice take on a modern Shinobi. I could see it going there for sure. Best action adventure game, some of the same ones. Did you play Indiana Jones?
Yeah, fucking bored the shit out of me.
Figured you did.
Very, very boring game.
I
would say Split Fiction was a ton of fun. It was a ton of fun innovatively, and from a gameplay perspective, it was more fun to me than Death Stranding 2 and fuck Sucker Punch. I haven't played Silk Song, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Silk Song win this.
Yeah.
But if it's, I don't know
how it's Vowed. I'm calling it now. Best RPG. Best RPG of the year. I can speak to that because I played it. That game was disappointing as fuck, man.
You played Avowed?
Yes, I did play Avowed. Disappointing.
Cool. I played Avowed too.
Played it. And
I
played it third person.
It was good. It was solid enough. The gameplay. I thought the environments looked nice. The world was soulless. The characters were dreadful. I met a fish. He told me he was gay. I wanted to know why a fish told me he was gay.
Outer Worlds is there too. I didn't see that. So Obsidian has 2 nominations.
I don't think a lot of people did, mate. I don't think a lot of people did.
It's probably going to be.
It had less players than Avowed. It had a lower peak in players than Avowed did.
It's probably going to be Claire Obscure. I love Monster Hunter, but it's probably going to be Claire Obscure for sure. It's got to be just again by default.
I would think so, but I would keep an eye on Kingdom Come Deliverance too.
Man, it's just crazy. I don't think I played, and this would be outside of like action, especially action RPG games. My favorite genre would have been fighting, and I haven't played any of these fucking games.
My worst genre.
I haven't played any of these goddamn games.
Oof,
which is crazy to me. What the fuck is 2XKO? I didn't even know Riot made a fighting game. I haven't heard of any of this shit, man. Like, obviously, I've heard of these games, Fatal Fury, fucking Virtual Fighter, and all that, which I didn't hear good things about Virtual Fighter. 5. Yeah, man, I've that's crazy. That's crazy to go a year gone by, and I've not fucking played any of these damn new best family game. Mario Kart World, you got Split Fiction. That was kind of designed to be exactly that. Split screen, fun game. So maybe Split Fiction gets it, but it's hard to bet against these Lego games.
Potentially that.
Mario Kart World, though. I mean, though it is more of a console seller, it's so fucking gangbusters so far. If that means anything, I don't know. Yellow Flash says Sonic Racing is legit. Okay, do we add that on our Wednesday streams with G&G? Sonic Racing or Cross Worlds? I've never played it. At all. Simstrat, have I played any of these? I have not played any of.
No. I was thinking about getting the Final Fantasy Tactics.
Civ.
Sid Meier's Civilization.
Yeah, I haven't played any of these fucking games. Can't speak to it. EA it's the most played fucking sports game. It's always going to be there. How is this a non? I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this shit. Mario Kart World, maybe. I don't know. I didn't know Slow Clap made Rematch. I had no idea that Slow Clap made. That's the same guys that made Sifu. I had no.
Oh,
yeah, the same guys made Sifu.
Interesting.
I never. It's basically Rocket League. That's actual soccer, which is funny because that's all Rocket League is soccer. But you get what I'm saying as far as the game mechanics. Interesting. Didn't know that. Didn't know Slow Clap developed that. Best multiplayer game. Night Range there. Split. It's got to be Split. Oh, Walk Raiders. I don't know.
Raiders.
Oh, I don't know. This
Raiders.
is a good one. This is actually one that I think is going to be competitive.
Yeah, you could see Split Fiction, Elden Ring. Peak is great.
Yeah.
Peak was amazing. We had incredible Sunday fun days with Peak. Battlefield 6 is a great multiplayer. Arc Raiders, great multiplayer. So this is
going to be competitive. This is going to be a competitive one.
I think this is Arc Raiders' only nomination.
Nomination. Well. This is going to be a good one. I don't know who's going to win this shit. You could literally see it going to either one of these. Damn. This is a good one. I'm going to keep tabs on this. This is a good one. Like this is probably the only award where number one, I'm like not mad at the I'm not mad at the lineup. And I can see it going.
It's good. It's a healthy lineup of
healthy
games.
lineup, and whoever
and I
won
played,
it.
By the way, played every one.
Yeah, this is the one you can say you can play every single one.
I have played every single game here.
Yeah.
There isn't one here that I don't like in terms of gameplay.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
ooh,
that is a hell of a category.
Ooh, it's a good one. That's a good one. That's a hell of a category. This is, to me, of the ones that we've seen, this is the most competitive.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you can. You can go vote. Best adaptation, Last of Us 2. I'm going with Last of Us 2 as the best adaptation.
Yeah, because it also destroyed the TV show just like it destroyed the video game. So it was the best. It was the most authentic adaptation in terms of doing what the other did.
Oh, that's funny. Most anticipated game, yeah, it's got to be Grand Theft. It's not even close.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
It's not even close. None of these are in. And obviously we know Resident Evil is my favorite franchise.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Give me your most anticipated, lowest to highest out of that list there.
Out of this list?
Yeah.
Lowest to highest. Lowest has to be probably 007, then Witcher, then Wolverine, though I didn't absolutely hate the trailer. And then Resident Evil, that's just pure bias. Obviously everybody knows I'm a Resident Evil guy, but when I say it's Grand Theft and then it's everybody else, it's not even close. Like that's just me.
I know you.
Like they're in that's Grand Theft is in like its own category right here.
Yeah, I would go Wolverine, Bond, Witcher, Resident Evil, Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Witcher, which is crazy for me to say that. Witcher, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man.
Most anticipated by a mile.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy
but
for me to say.
Her, I don't have that much. I don't have that. No, I mean, I don't mean that in a. I just don't think I'm gonna like Siri in this game. I think they're gonna ruin Siri. I think she's gonna be a fucking obnoxious bitch.
Yeah,
I don't want to play an obnoxious bitch.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. But yeah, of these, it's got to be definitely if we're going by the description, pushing the game medium forward. Like I think this is AAA's last opportunity right here.
Yeah,
to innovate is Grand Theft.
Bring on those dry braids, baby.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can get arrested live on air.
You are in the UK.
Live on air.
You are in the UK. He's gonna get fucking swatted, man. Like that's gonna suck. I don't care about it. Is shit.
He's gonna get you. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care. Not even interested. Esports. I don't know. I don't keep up with esports.
No, me neither.
I can't speak to any of these.
It's gonna be Dota or Counter Strike.
Is it Dota that one of our guys? Igor worked on something. I don't know. I can't remember. It might have been. I don't know if it was Dota or if it was something else. Well, he's done some art or something on.
Don't know, don't care.
Yeah, I don't know any of these motherfuckers, man. Couldn't tell you anything about them.
I hope the Asian guy wins.
Couldn't tell you anything about this.
Don't
Couldn't tell you anything about these guys. Someone said in the chat, burnt peanut is fun. I only see like shorts of him all the time.
Yeah, I've seen some burnt peanut on doing art creators, and I have laughed. Laughed, but I don't know anything else about the dude.
Yeah,
I'm not going to pretend that I care.
Yeah, this is the player's choice. That's everything. So yeah, of all the categories that we've seen there, to me, I think the most competitive ones are going to be that multiplayer. I could see that going to.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
It's
going to be a fun one to keep tabs on. I love to see who wins out on that because, I think that could go to any one of those games for sure. So, all right, let's. I hear a baby crying downstairs, so I probably should read some super chats. Keith with a 10 says, "Dear as I was watching the VOD of the Real BBC from Tuesday, and you brought up your video on Fail Hard. After watching for almost a year now, all I can say is, where is my goddamn electric car, Bruce?"
It's probably gonna happen when it happens, but it'll happen when it happens.
We have, per usual, a psycho son of a bitch just saying absolutely nothing. Josh Kelsey, as always, appreciate you, Josh. Much love to you. Kuhaku with a 24 months. Thank you for that. We got Piston with a 2. Says, have you asked Ripper about the grifting bears?
Oh, yeah. I got a new t-shirt I need to do.
Okay.
It's got to be a short campaign, maybe a 30-day campaign.
Fair.
I got called apparently on not from the guys on EFAP, but EFAP was watching this video.
Yeah.
That was I think pooping on Drinker or something. And it was myself and a couple of others. He called, and I've written it on the back of this tape. He called us Griftly Bears. Griftly Bears.
Yeah.
So I need a t-shirt with a me as a bear with cash in my big fucking paws, with cash flying around me, with Griftly Bear. We gotta do a campaign.
Yeah.
Why don't we make it a charity campaign? Why are we making a charity campaign? All the money raised, all the profit raised goes to charity.
Okay.
And do you know where charity begins, Eric?
Where?
At home.
Well, so they say.
My house.
So
my house.
That's so they say. House. I'm down. I am down. It is officially 3:20, and I just want to know what the hell is the Nvidia earnings. Report here. I had to look at that after. I'm sure everybody's got their little commentary on that happening. All right, we have 10 from Jothru Cranley. Says 2 questions for ask.
Oh, blimey! I got a lot to
which section of Britain is your accent from? And then he asked about favorite part of Welcome to Flores Park with the Horseman. Mine was when he learned kung fu from Rainbow Penguins. Yeah, that was my favorite. That was my favorite part as well when he learned kung fu from the gay penguins. Some Chuck Dixon would absolutely right.
My accent. I mean, I don't know. I am a Yorkshire boy, and I do have a fair bit of a Yorkshire tinge. So there's that. But I've lived kind of like all over Yorkshire, so it's a bit of a bastardization. And then a lot of people up north go, "Where are you from? London?" And I'm just like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And Eric answered part 2, so we've got 2. There you go. We've got Eric.
There you go.
I'm answering all these questions today. I don't read the books.
Yeah, so he says.
Come on. You know the law by now.
Pre-dawn corpse of 3 months. No message.
Fucking Chuck Dixon's a goat, by the way.
Absolutely. Then he says over the 5, Dr. R2U Hector, my daughter once tried to test me. I ate her eyes with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Chianti.
Thank you. And of course, we have Riumple with a 5 says, my last super for a while is I have to pay for my wife's OB appointments. Hey, you do you, bro. You ain't never got to explain that to me. We will continue to support the River Race through other means. Hey, man, always take care of business at home. And then we have, always. And then we have Brando says, check teams. And I'm looking on teams now. And I don't see shit. What are you talking about? He says, tell folks to get an order in. Oh, he says, he said Neurotics book is going to ship sometime this week. Next week, sometimes next week.
Okay.
He says, I will probably say on Tuesday. So get your orders in for Neurotics book, because those are going to be shipping very, very soon. We also have some other stuff that we have obviously shipping. You have Az's merch, you got G&G's merch. We have this week also Horseman and Northcutt. Lots of just goodies will be landing at your doorstep very, very soon. So yeah, maybe you should go grab those. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Got it, Brando. Got it. And yeah, did I miss one? I'm sorry if I did. I don't think I did. I think I got them. Thank you. All right, Az, what you got working on this, I guess, for the rest of the week?
Video streams, Friday Night Tights. Don't know where it's going to be coming from because Gary's in Egypt and apparently his internet's wank there. And then afternoon tea Sunday, fun day Sunday. We will probably be finishing off RV there yet again, part 2 to finish off part 3. Other than that, I need to get another Ark Raid. I need to get some Ark Raiders in. I haven't played for days. Not since I had my anus absolutely annihilated in the new area. Stella Montis, or wherever it is, just had a hideous absolute. I was off stream as well, Eric, and I just had the most hideous solo experience ever. Everyone is now just a sweaty rat. So it's like there ain't no friends no more. You know, there ain't no fucking
no chat talking.
Don't shoot. No, it's just you see somebody fucking die.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody dies, Eric, now. Everybody dies.
Yep.
That's gonna be
go.
Everybody dies.
Well, for me, this week, obviously, I want you to go grab the books that I just mentioned. Go get The Curse. Go get the Black Eye Club from Jen and Sylvia Soska, writing their first book separately. As far as myself, I just finished a video that the team is editing, actually talking about some of the AI stuff. That'll be the second installment of July's ledger that I've been doing on my main channel. I have obviously started to mix in some gaming streams. I have absolutely destroyed my arms doing push-ups after every death on Sifu on master difficulty.
Died a lot then.
Yes, died quite a bit. Yes. So
wait, whoa. Were these real push-ups or were these DSD push-ups?
Nah, these are. I have a push-up cam, so everybody can go critique my push-up form.
But I thought you couldn't move your cam. I didn't think you could be able to move your cam to see the push-ups. You just went.
Yeah.
1, 2,
yeah.
3. Okay.
Yeah. I have a push-up cam so you guys can see. But we're doing workouts in between. I will be doing another stream maybe tomorrow of Sifu. So be on the lookout for that. I am also doing edits of the stream, kind of taking a page out of what Az does every now and then. And I am putting those streams after they get touched up a little bit. So they don't have like the breaks and stuff that I take in between. I'm putting that on the Young Ripper 59 Entertainment channel. So go look at that. Go subscribe over there. It's exactly what I just said. Young Ripper 59.
Predator Badlands is absolutely dead, by the way. It did less than 1 million on Monday.
Sheesh.
This thing might not even hit at 190 worldwide.
But yeah, go follow me over there on Young Ripper 59 Entertainment. Go obviously get all the Ripperverse stuff. We appreciate you so much. And yeah, like I said, next week we'll be on Az's channel, obviously, for episode 95. So we'll be 5 episodes away from the big 100 dog. Yeah, so that'll be fun. And yeah, like I said, just mixing in some streams when I can, having some fun. I know I'm trying to be a little more interactive with all of you lovely lovely people in between all of the stuff that we do for the Rippaverse. But yeah, thank you all for the support. But we'll see you next week. I'm sure some silliness will happen that we'll be able to talk about. We'll see, but we will be on Az's channel. That's Hill versus Babyface. If you're not subscribed over there. All right. Well, I just got a file from Joe. Hold up. Says imagine in 12 years when Baby Ripper giving Ripper belt to ass in the next generation of video games. Nah, they won't be doing that until I'm like 85 years old. And that includes all athletic activity as well. Baby Ripper and I, though Baby Ripper probably can't understand me much, I've explained to Baby Ripper that we'll be doing our annual foot races and such, and you're never going to be allowed to win. So even once I am 60 years old, I will still be dusting you in the yard in the foot race. That's just how it's going to go. And the same is going to be with the gaming stuff. Not taking it easy on you. You will know that yeah, ain't nothing sweet over here. So if you ever were to beat me, it probably won't be until I'm 80, but you're gonna have to earn it. That's the way that I see it. That's the way that I see it. Shout out Joe. Music. Bad Lava said Baby Ripper challenge accepted. Yeah, we will see. We will see. But yes, it's actually what I'm about to go. I'm about to go do now is go tend to the old baby because I hear him downstairs screaming. So yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you next week on Az's channel. Y'all be easy. Peace out, and yeah, enjoy the rest of that day.
Peace.